Module 5, Understanding My Community, Junction City, Kansas. The standards associated with this module. ISLLC Standard 1, because this assignment was meant to increase our awareness of the community in which we are employed, it is important to promote the success by knowing the vision of the stakeholders, which includes the community members associated with it. So this would be Standard 1, A, B, C, and D. Standard 4, we were encouraged to collect data about our community and information that could be pertinent to the job in which we seek to obtain, Standard 4A and B, along with understanding the community's diverse cultural, social, and intellectual resources. Junction City is an active duty post. It is home of the Big Red 1. We are surrounded by history because it is the birthplace of the 7th Cavalry. It is ethnically diverse in population. People from all walks of life come here with the military, and due to our location, because it is close to a major university, Kansas State University, and an airport. Milford Lake is a giant recreational place for people who live here. There are over 163 miles of shoreline available. There are 20,000 plus residents. The school serves 6,500 students. It is a 6A school. There are colleges that are close. We also have public and private schools, and we also have community colleges which serve this area. There are 9 major manufacturers, and there are 38 churches. The breakdown of the educational level of the people that live here. For people 25 and older, there are approximately 10,900 people. Within that, the high school grads would be 3,447, some with college, 4,041, some with a bachelor's, 1,094, and those with a master's or above would be 695. That was taken off of our census data. The age breakdown of the people that live here, from 0 to 15, there are about 7,045. From the 16 to 24 age group, 5,029. 25 to 44, 8,376. 45 to 64 would be 4,863, and 65 and above would be 2,634. The breakdown of male to female, males that live in this community, 13,784, females about 14,163. The median income of the people that live here would be approximately $45,598. That is about average for the United States. The per capita income with the breakdown would be for whites about $18,679, for blacks $13,129, Native Americans $13,784, Asians $12,457, Native Hawaiians $17,485, and other races $10,272. What this says to me is that, and I know this because I work in the schools, that we are a very low income school with the majority of our students on free and reduced lunches. The communication channels that are used by most of the people in this community, we offer cable and dial-up. Cox Communication is the only high speed available. The major radio station would be Power Hits 97.5. The newspaper would be the Junction City Post along with the Manhattan Mercury. The foreign language impact on our community, 89% is English speaking, 7% Spanish, 2% German, 1.2% Tagalog, 0.8% Arabic, 0.6% other Pacific Islander. So we are still primarily an English speaking community. The community groups that are available, Junction City has over 35 community groups that individuals can become involved in. I've only listed a few below. There are obviously military clubs, 4-H. We do have a YMCA. We have a Boys and Girls Club, and obviously the Chamber of Commerce. The Geary County Schools work directly with Boys and Girls Club to provide free and safe places for children to go after the school day ends, free of charge. That to me is a huge thing because we do have 9 manufacturing plants, and so most of our parents are working class parents, and they do need a safe place for their kids to go until they can get off of work. We also work directly with Fort Riley to meet the needs of children whose parents have ties to the military. There's outreach programs, educational programs, etc. So we make sure that their needs are met also. The leadership in this community, Ron Bramlage and his family were a major contributor and supporter of the USD 475 educational system. He was a prominent businessman and philanthropist in the Junction City area. He and his family were killed in a tragic plane crash in June of 2014, so that was fairly recently. He was president of the Board of Education for USD 475. They led in a positive vision for Junction City, holding many positions in the community, such as being on the board of directors for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. A memorial is in front of the Junction City Middle School. The Bramlage family has set up a foundation, which is a charitable organization that helps children in the area. Ron was the grandson of Fred Bramlage, a 1935 grad of Kansas State University. Any of you that have been around K-State have heard of the Bramlage Coliseum. That's the name that it was named for. We also have a library, the Dorothy Bramlage Library. So as you can see, the Bramlage family was a major leader in Junction City area for education. The characteristics of those community leaders, they were well liked by all. They have ties to our major university, K-State. The grandfather was the lead contributor in the building of the Bramlage Coliseum. They were involved in many areas of the community, including president of the local school board until their untimely death in June of 2014. Since their death, the foundation focuses on helping local children. The economic conditions. Junction City First is a nonprofit association geared towards the economic and community development of Junction City. The members provide their own financial support. There's $1.2 million invested. There are 5 initiatives that are running from 2015 to 19. Business recruitment and marketing, business expansion and retention, workforce development, enhance economic development and entrepreneurship. This says to me that there are a lot of members in this community that are focused on building our community up in a positive way. We do provide workforce training with Cloud County College, Barton Community College, and the Junction City Workforce Center. So as you can see, there's a commitment to helping the working class and anyone that is living in the Junction City area. The political structure, the influential business men and women in the community are and were active in the educational organization of USD 475. Foundations affecting children were set up after the Bramlage death, so they are continuing to help children in the community. The city and county elected officials, there are 12 of them, 12 different boards and commissions in Junction. The city manager is Alan Dinkle, who, interestingly enough, up until about 6 months ago, lived up the street from me in Abilene, Kansas. He's recently moved to the Junction City area, and the mayor is Mick McAllister. Social tensions. In the schools in the past, when speaking with patrons, it seemed as though there was a gang problem. Now that I work at the middle school, I don't actively see a gang problem. We do have a lot of checks and balances in place so that those situations don't even get a chance to occur. In the school setting, there are cliques centering, interestingly enough, around the type of shoes that kids wear, which to me signals a socioeconomic clique. Kids that are in sports are also held in high regard, but the school as a whole is very diverse. The city is diverse with a crime rate that mimics its diversity. The city data crime rate for Junction City is 279.3. The average in the United States is 290.8, so we're a little bit lower than average, which kind of surprised me. Some of the causes of the crime in this area, I'm just inferring because of the diversity, there's lots of misunderstandings, there's economic rivalry, cultural differences, social class competition, racial discrimination, and obviously religious differences because we have so many different churches in the area. Just some extra source of information, the city directory, you can obtain board minutes. The 2012 Direction Finder Survey results, I've also included those. The political structures, Alan Dinkle, like I said before, is the new city manager as of November of 2014. So he's been the city manager for a little under a year. He was previously from the Abilene area. Jolene Schnur is the city treasurer. The mayor is Mick McAllister, vice mayor Jim Sands. Pat Landis, Phyllis Fitzgerald, and Mike Ryan all serve on the City Commission. Multicultural issues. This community is filled with parents primarily working at those 9 manufacturing plants. The inference is that they're working full work days for many that still keeps them in the per capita income level that's below the poverty level, which for a family of 4 is about $30,000. Parents sometimes work 2 jobs and have little time for things such as PTA, student conferences, etc. The diverse community with differing belief systems is evident in the schools. The differing levels of parental involvement, student involvement, and extracurricular activities is also present. The power structure of Junction City, as stated before, the power structures of the community are closely tied to the Bramlage family and those that are associated with them, and to Fort Riley, obviously, because it's an Army base. Just as witnessed personally, the school board community and its patrons work together for the best interests of the students that we serve. At the current moment, though, JCEA is the educational union, and it is in conflict with the wants of the district, which is kind of creating a rift. The confidence in the new superintendent to rectify the situation has been expressed by a certain subset of people. I personally feel that all involved are working for the best interests of the students and not solely just one group against the other. Like I said, I'm fairly new to this school district, but I've been very impressed with the professionalism of both sides. Measuring public opinion. Some, not all, teachers at the current moment are upset that our district had to go to mediation to set the negotiated agreement and secure the salary schedule. This is pretty typical of any district that is at impasse. The public as a whole hasn't seemed to favor either side with fidelity. I do have confidence in the fact that our superintendent will work very hard to come up with an agreement between both parties. I do have confidence in that. And again, I'm Darcy Hawker. I'm the STEM Lab Facilitator and Robotics Facilitator at Junction City Middle School, and thank you for watching.